Hello everyone, welcome to the crazy insane project where I am mining an entire world completely by hand from the surface up until bedrock. It's time for a new community Q&A. I do one of these from time to time so you guys can have the chance to ask me whatever you want. So I have gathered some questions. I will be mining, I will have my regular time lapses in the background, and yeah, let's tackle the questions that you have for me. Let's start by what is probably the most asked questions, not only for the Q&A, but in basically every single video that I do that someone asks. Why am I doing? So I am not just a crazy madman that at some point decided to randomly starting mining an entire Minecraft world. What happened is that I used to have tutorials and a let's play series where I would implement farms that I was explaining on the tutorials on how to do them, and I will try to make them beautiful in like a building style to put the farm inside of it or something of a sort. So right? And also explaining general mechanics like how do you find the stronghold, how do you cure zombie villagers. Actually, those are some of the most viewed videos on my channel. And I run a bet that if I ever reached 1,000 subscribers, I would mine by hand 1,000 by 1,000 all. And that's basically how these how all started in the end. I wake up one day and there we go. We had 1,000 subs and I basically started this project, and I was for a moment doing this project in parallel together with the remaining parts of the content. So I would do one video on my hardcore series and on my let's plays, release the tutorial, do some crazy things. I did some tier lists for my favorite biomes, stuff like that. So yeah, one day I just wake up, I had 1,000 subs and I started this. And you guys might not understand this, but as soon as I started the project, I did really start mining. I actually enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed so much mining the world that I decided, alrighty, there is a lot of people already in YouTube doing let's play, doing tutorials, doing this sort of videos that I am typically doing. I am enjoying this a lot. People seems to enjoy this a lot. Let's make the channel about mining an entire Minecraft world completely by hand. And that's what we have been doing for way more than a year at this point, and I'm having a blast. I hope that you guys are having a blast as well. So this will be the future, which leads me to another very asked question. What will you do after you mine 1,000 by 1,000 all? I would actually want to pair this one with another one, which is if I'm ever going to build something whenever we finish the 1,000 by 1,000 perimeter. And my answer is going to be a little bit mixed because I don't know. I cannot yet see the day that we are actually on the point that we need to start taking that type of decisions, but I know one thing for sure. I always say that we are a community and that I am just the tool doing this, but this only makes sense if you are also together with me building this type of crazy and massive project. So I want to involve you in the decision of what we are going to do next. It will always involve mining even more, and I have a couple of ideas. I don't know exactly if I want to maybe do, instead of 1,000 by 1,000, expand to, for instance, 5,000 to 5,000 or something really crazy like that, or if I want to go maybe in a little bit more of freestyle, like let's mine this mountain, let's train this ocean, let's do this thing. So I don't entirely know. I know for a fact that I want to involve you on this. About the part of building something in the perimeter, actually, at first I had an idea to really build a sort of temple to signal the coordinates 0, 0. But on the meanwhile, I have really dropped that a little bit. I still have a lot of quartz blocks because I had in my mind to do one of those Greek-style temples. But in the meanwhile, I've figured it out that maybe that's not the direction I want to take. So I'm also considering picking up all of the ore, so the copper, the iron, coal, emeralds, diamonds, everything that we mine from the initial 1,000 by 1,000 perimeter, place it together and do a massive mountain that would be probably one of the richest mountains in Minecraft that has been manually mined. So not something that you automated it farms, but in terms of building, it would probably be one of the most expensive things ever built, although it is just simply a lot of force thrown to it, but that was also an idea that I had. But I still don't know. Again, I will put up to you, the community, to decide a little bit if we should or should not do something, and if we should, what we should actually do. So whenever the time comes, don't worry, I'm going to make polls, I'm going to ask you, and every single one of you will have the chance to have a saying on the matter in the end. I also received a very interesting question, which is about mods or programs that I use, and I have always been fully transparent on this. So in terms of gameplay, I am basically full vanilla Minecraft. There is no mods or anything else involved. I do use a couple of things paired for the YouTube purposes, and one is the replay mode. I use it to build the time lapses. And more recently, I have installed Bobby, which allows me to take longer distance screenshots. It's mainly used for the YouTube thumbnails. And I had a viewer that asked me, how do I take the aerial views of the world? And I think that for the aerial views, you refer to these maps that sometimes I show it. It's through a program called MCA Selector. It allows me to select the world, then I can zoom in, zoom out with the chunks that I've already discovered, and I actually also use it to reset chunks when I upgrade the world. Basically, I reset everything that is not inside of the original 1000 by 1000 perimeter. So for instance, we will have trial chambers. Whenever we expand, there will be none in the initial perimeter, because the world, whenever I started it, trial chambers were not a thing. So I try to keep everything inside the 1000 by 1000 perimeter fresh, except for our storage building, but it's just one or two chunks there. So yeah, basically that's the mods and the programs that I use. Going now into a little bit more personal questions. Do I watch series, movies, YouTube, listen to podcasts? The answer is yes to all. Definitely. I have a lot of hours mining, so I had to entertain myself somehow. Series lately, not so much, but movies, yes. I am actually reviewing the classics, like for instance the Godfather trilogy, and I have the Matrix also in lineup. I don't watch them in many years, and I have actually never seen the fourth movie. I'm preparing myself to be disappointed, but they are in line. And I also got questions about the ratio between cartoon and real life series. I have not watched cartoons in a while. I'm taking cartoons as also anime. So I have watched the last one that I saw was Naruto. I wanted to start One Piece, but then it's like, it's so many episodes. It's not like I don't have time. I mean, I'm doing this project, but maybe One Piece might be one that I will dive a little bit in soon enough. Then about music, what genres or artists do I listen to? I do have a very large range. I like a lot symphonic rock, stuff like Dream Theater, for instance. Love them. Going to watch a concert from them. Actually, they are coming to Lisbon finally, so I will be on their concert. But then I also go to more generic things. I'm also a big fan of opera, and I know that we are in the extreme opposite on the musical genre right now. But I really have a huge array. So mainly what I don't listen to is like rap and funk and stuff like that. Those I don't enjoy too much. And about my dancing moves, I will let you know that I am on point. I am a great dancer, or at least my wife never complained about me stomping her foot. So my dance moves are pretty okay, I would say. I will not put a video here, but one day I might do a Cascolini live channel, and I might actually give you videos of me dancing. You'd be surprised on how good I actually am. And about interesting hobbies like collections or other talents that I am. I have done a collection of coins. I actually have coins from many of the European countries before we introduced the euro. They were mostly from my grandparent and one uncle that I had that passed away some years ago. He left me his collection to add to my own. So I like collecting coins. And I actually find out that I am a natural talent for finance. So I am a small amateur investor. I hope that one day my investments can pay off and I can play Minecraft all day by just my passive investments. But maybe one day. And does my wife play Minecraft? Absolutely not. she knows what Minecraft is. She has if I show her a picture, she would recognize it as Minecraft, but she doesn't want to play. I've tried to trick her. She doesn't want to. So yeah, what are we gonna do? My favorite biome. I did many months ago, maybe years ago, a tier list about biomes. I used before only focusing on this project to make general Minecraft content videos, and sometimes I did tier lists. Would you actually be interested on watching that type of videos again? I can put them public so you guys can see it, or I can maybe do a tier list in the middle of me mining or thinking on something like that. Is that something that you would like? If so, go to the comments, let me know. I would be happy to do it. My favorite biome currently, I would say that is probably either the jungle or maybe the Badlands. Maybe one of those. I always liked those biomes. To be honest, I really enjoy them. And about American cuisine or Asian cuisine, Italian. Come on, guys. Come on. Who doesn't like a good pizza? Now, between American or Asian, I would probably lean more to American. I am a huge fan of Mexican food. That's why I did my honeymoon in Mexico. I love tacos. It's a problem from it's an addiction. Okay, tacos is life. And pairing it with food, do I drink? And if so, what's my poison? I do drink occasionally, a little bit more on the Saturdays than what I should admit, but I do drink. I typically drink rum. That's typically my drink of choice. I have no problems also with lighter things like black beer and stuff like that. And strangely, what I don't like to drink in terms of alcohol is really wine. I don't know why, but wine is. I let's say that I'm not a connoisseur, not I like wine. So which is basically a national offense when you think that I live in one of the best places to make wine in my country. That's quite sad. And before going and tackling the last one, I would like to kindly ask you for a like in case you are liking the video or the project overall, and maybe subscribe to follow up for the next videos. But alrighty, last question that I want to tackle today. Do I have a world, a single player world that I have for a long time and that I still playing? The answer is more or less no. I still have my old world from the survival series and so on. I do actually have a world from where I started Minecraft again back in 1.16, but I have not been playing very regularly. So yes, I do technically still my own private world that I never really show on YouTube videos, but I'm not actively playing on it. And this was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one.